Scientists say even small climate changes can have big impacts on our ecosystems. One of the creatures feeling that impact right here in Central Oregon is the honeybee. In this month's Shifting Seasons report, KTVZ's chief meteorologist John Carroll gives us a closer look at how warming climates change life inside the hive.
The climate of the Earth is changing. In fact, it's always changing, but this time it's warming. And the warmer climate is impacting the world in a number of ways. Warmer and earlier springs, increased wildfire activity, and more frequent extreme weather events, just to name a few. So how are these changes impacting one of the most important agricultural workers in the world, the honeybee? Well, honeybees are dormant in the winter and go to work in the spring, gathering nectar to make honey and pollinating flowers in the process. It's a fragile balance each season, from the time the bees emerge from the hive to the end of the growing season. Timing is everything to the bee. Now, if the flowers have started to bloom early in a warm early spring, this may set off a chain reaction of events that may get the bees out of sync. Alan Engel has more on the fragile life of the honeybee.
Other things that I've noticed are the season seems to have shifted about 2 weeks. It seems like the first snow starts about usually middle of December, and then spring comes a couple weeks later. Usually it seems like end of April, somewhere around there.
Erratic or inconsistent weather patterns caused by the warming climate creates a conflict between the bees and the flowers that need to work in concert with each other. For example, a longer fall will allow the bees to continue to work well past their bedtime, possibly allowing mites and other pests to impact the colony for a longer period of time. Now, if there's a warm-up in the middle of winter, well, that's not good news either.
So real quickly, they'll start eating up all of their food stores. If they go into the winter, we call it light, in other words, they don't have enough food, they can easily eat all of their food and then starve to death, even though they went into the winter healthy.
Even if this doesn't destroy the hive, the patterns are disrupted.
The ones that I worry more about are the native bees. The honeybees have us to take care of. The native bees, though, they go out. They don't store honey, only honeybees do that. But the native bees, they need to get food right away because they don't have anything stored. So they'll start flying out, there's no food, and they just starve to death.
Let's face it, if the flowers bloom earlier and the bees are still not active, that could lead to a lack of food and nutrition for the bees. This will reduce the survival rate of the colony and impact the environment due to the reduced number of pollinators. Smoke from wildfires? Well, that's also a concern. The fires are burning more and more frequently and for longer periods of time, and that smoke may impact the bees.
I'm at the local bee club, and we have quite a few people that are pretty sure that it's affecting both the production of what their bees are doing and just the bees' health in general.
Nature runs on a very succinct schedule, and if there are a number of disruptions in the seasonal cycles, it could make life difficult for one of the most important participants in our agricultural world.
But one thing is for certain, these are extremely necessary to our environment, and we need to do all we can to keep them as safe as possible.